So we have time that is billable and non-billable. Non-billable becomes our project overhead essentially. But we have also the non-time related expenses. And if we really want to understand the project budget, the profitability, then we really have to put those things together. And the way to do it would be through using components. The components that you see here are about the time, the top 1. But then we have expenses. That should be not time but expenses as well. Whatever is going to be reinvoiced to the customer, we will treat as project expenses billable. So essentially we will not earn anything on it, we will not lose, it's not going to be our overhead. Then we would have project overhead planned, and whenever we go beyond that plan, we're going to deem it as project overhead extra. And for this, all the components we can assign a responsible person who would be perhaps the approver, or finance person, could be project manager, depends on your specific business case. So what we did is we created an extra issue type for all those customer projects. That is project expense. And I've just created one, but this is not going to work for us. We don't want it to have the same statuses, the same workflow. How do we go about it? Well, we just create a separate workflow. So this is the one, very easy, and it has the approval step. So now we created a condition that only people in the role of approvers can perform this transition. All right, so now we do not see it anymore, the expenses issue. Why? Because this workflow here is only for time logging, and we have an extra drop down here where we can switch to the workflow for expenses. Here we go. Though now we have it right. We can submit for approval. Then we have the approvers, and I added myself to those approvers. That's why I'll be able to do the next step. But those who are not in the approver category, they are not going to be they're not going to go further than this step, submit for approval.